Hey guys, it's me, Derri, and today we're going to be doing a DIY wine glass tutorial. The things you'll need: a wine glass, Mod Podge, glitter, paintbrushes, newspaper, a Cricut or cutting machine, and I also used Mod Podge clear acrylic sealer, which I did not put in the list, but it will be later on in the video. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is lay down a piece of newspaper. I like to use the little shiny newspapers that are in the inside, like the ads, and I'm going to use Mod Podge and I'm going to place it all over the bottom of the wine glass. So I'm going to start off by using a foam paintbrush because it has a straight edge, and I like to put the Mod Podge under the curved part of the glass and do like a little circle around the bottom. Some people like to do just the bottom, like the stem of the glass and the bottom, but I do like to do the little circle part around the bottom of the curved area. Once I have all the parts covered with the Mod Podge where I want it, I'm then going to take my extra fine glitter and I'm going to just sprinkle it all over the glass until every part of the Mod Podge is covered. Also, don't forget to put the glitter that you didn't use back into the container. While that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and get out my computer and my Cricut, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out the letters that I'm going to use for my glass. Okay, so now I'm just showing you guys how I quickly go into Cricut Design Space and make my design. I'm not going into too much detail, but you can kind of see what I'm doing on Cricut to make my design, make my letters. Every time I do my monogram letters and I'm doing it for a glass, I always bold the font, because if you don't bold the font will be really thin and it's easy to break those letters when you're pulling them off and trying to put them on the glass. If you guys want a more detailed tutorial about how I use Cricut Design Space, I can make a video for that, but right now I'm just showing you like a quick overview of how I make the letters and how I cut them out. Okay, so once my machine is done cutting out the letters, I'm just going to cut the excess material off of the letters that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to weed the letters out. Weeding is when you take out excess vinyl off and you're left with only the letters that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and weed those out and get those ready. I'm just going to sit those to the side until I'm ready to use them. Okay, so my glass has had about 45 minutes to dry, and I'm going to do another coat of Mod Podge and another coat of glitter just to give it that more opaque and full look. And I'm going to use the regular paintbrush this time because it'll give me a more smooth layer, I guess. You want to make sure that you get any spots that you may have missed the first time. When I do a dark color like purple or blue, I only do about 2 coats because that's all it takes to make the glass look great. But when I'm doing a light color like a light pink or a yellow, I always do about 3 to 4 coats just to make sure that it gets opaque and that you can't see the glass through the glitter. Okay, so once again I have let my glass dry about 45 minutes, and now I'm going to use that Mod Podge clear acrylic sealer spray that I'm showing you guys right now. And I'm just going to spray the bottom of the glass where the glitter is, just to coat that glitter in so that the glitter does not fall off or that the glitter does not rub onto the hands of the person using the glass. Okay, so now that that is done, I did let that spray dry for about 30 minutes, and then I went back in and did another coat of spray just to seal it all in again, and I let that dry for about 30 to 45 minutes, and when it was dry to touch and I could touch it, then I came back to do this part. So now I'm just going to take a paper towel and I'm going to wipe the whole glass clean with alcohol just so that my vinyl gets a good firm stick to the glass. Now I'm going to use some clear contact paper that I bought from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to peel it off and put that onto my big letter. I like to do my letters and my names separate. Applying the letter and the name separate helps make sure there's not any bubbles in the letter, because if you're putting this on a rounded surface, it's very easy to get bubbles under the vinyl. Okay, so I'm going to carefully place the letter onto the glass. Most of the time I like to start from the middle and go to the sides just to help reduce the bubbling in the vinyl. In this case I did start in the middle, but then I peeled off the contact paper as I went. That way I could guide the little curly parts of the A onto the glass without any bubbling. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add the name right on top of there. I'm just gonna eyeball it and try to make sure I get it really centered. I never really measure anything out with this project. I just kind of eyeball it. I've done it a few times, and once I have all of the vinyl down on the glass, I'm gonna make sure I just go back through and press everything onto the glass really firmly, just to make sure everything has a nice firm hold. And that's it, you guys. We are done. We now have a custom personalized glitter wine glass. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and watch out for my part 2 and 3 of my DIY Christmas series. See you guys later.